Hey guys, and welcome to my new Netflix movie review for Extraction. Extraction literally just dropped on Netflix, 24th of the 4th, 2020. First of all, I need to say, guys, if you are looking for an action movie that is literally edited to perfection, then this movie, Extraction, is definitely 100% for you. Now, let's roll that synopsis. Extraction synopsis. Tyler Rake, a fearless black market mercenary, embarks on the most deadly extraction of his career when he's enlisted to rescue the kidnapped son of an imprisoned international crime lord. So first off, when I first ever saw or heard anything about this movie, I saw the trailer and I'm like, yeah, this looks actually this looks pretty decent. This looks really interesting. I thought to myself, because the one of the opening shots of the film was him. If you haven't seen it, it is diving into the water, and it's a pretty decent shot. Guys, this is one of those movies that you will watch, and after you watch this movie, it's just like the editing is so ridiculously on point. And I mean so ridiculously on point. There is tracking shots in this movie that literally you are watching it and you're just like, what the heck am I watching right? Like, how is this? How have they not cut scenes yet? Like, how is that just one continual rolling shot? How's that even possible? It is literally incredible. Now, I'm going to tell you now, but it's in the trivia. For those of you who've been following me for any period of time, you know that I love giving you guys trivia, but it is in the trivia of this, but I'm just giving you the heads up now. This movie is actually directed by Sam Hargrave. Now, if Sam Hargrave rings a bell to you, that's because he is stunt coordinator, choreographer for all of the Avengers movies, Endgame, all that sort of stuff. He is the man. Seriously, he is the guy. In actual fact, that he actually plays Captain America's like physicality roles in a lot of the shots. Like when you see him like running along and stuff like that, he actually has a reel that like a put together reel of his martial art expertise, and it's legitimately him. It's not the actual actor like Chris Hemsworth or Chris Evans or anything like that. It's actually him. This movie is his directorial debut, and I kid you not, wow. Like, seriously, wow. I genuinely, authentically, honestly, I cannot believe for a directorial debut. What? Are you kidding me? Talk about smashing it out of the park. And I mean, like, so incredibly. Like, he has nailed this. Like, I actually saw that Chris Hemsworth was promoting this, obviously, on his social media. And I thought to myself, oh, I'll check out Sam's social media as well. And I'm so glad I did, because a lot of the footage is of him as well. And what an inspiration. Just absolute bombshell. Now, speaking of Chris Hemsworth, guys, just in case you don't know, Chris Hemsworth is in this movie and he plays the character of Tyler Rake. I cannot believe, I honestly, genuinely, guys, I cannot believe how brilliant a character acting he is in this movie. Seriously. When it comes to the action elements of this movie, he is so invested. But also, guys, when it comes to the roles of him being quiet and calm and just the more relaxed element sides of this of his character, in Tyler's character in the movie, he's so convincing either way. Like, literally, he just you completely 100% are totally invested and completely totally you get totally that he you you believe what you're seeing on the screen. He is so unbelievably convincing. He is totally real and authentic. And it's just, which is a really, really interesting fact because Chris Hemsworth's actual wife is also on social media, and she actually took to social media and said that this is literally who Chris is. One of the biggest things I loved about this film, guys, that I really loved about this film, and I actually got annoyed, I cannot remember the movie. Chris Hemsworth was in another movie, and it really bugged me that they didn't let him keep his Australian accent for that movie because all the other characters did. And I remember thinking to myself, Chris Hemsworth is Australian. Like, why is he speaking American in this movie? And I was really bugged out by that. But this movie, he has his Australian accent. I loved it. I loved it so much because of a lot of the dialogue that they let Chris Hemsworth use in this movie is just him. It's just Chris Hemsworth saying stuff. The alleyway sequence, for those of you who have been following me for any period of time, you know I do not do spoilers in my movie reviews at all. No spoilers here, guys, at all. But I want to tell you this, and it's not a spoiler, is the alleyway sequence when he's trying to, get to the destination with the young fellow, with Ovi. I think this Ovi. I think that's how you say his name. The character Ovi, the little young Indian boy. The way that he's dealing with this situation with the people that are coming after him and stuff like that, and what he just says Aussie slang and dialogue, so funny. I laughed so hard, and it's interesting because I thought about it after I saw it. I thought to myself, I wonder if other people would find that funny because that's full Aussie slang. Like everything he's saying in those scenes, that's how we talk. Literally, that's just how we talk. And I thought to myself, I really did. Hey, I thought to myself after watching it, I thought to myself, I wonder if when people see that, I wonder if they find that funny because that's us. Like, that's literally us. He's just saying stuff that we would normally say. And I just thought that was absolutely hilariously on point. This is a brilliant movie. It really, really is. Now, I want to talk about another character. Yes, Ovi is one of the other characters, but the reason why I haven't said his name, guys, in this movie review is because I don't want to butcher it. And I just don't want to say it wrong. So I'm going to leave his face up here. This is the other star. This is the character that Chris Hemsworth is trying to get, Tyler is trying to rescue. And another character that I want to talk about, his character is a very, 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 very small character in the movie, guys. But when he comes into it, it's like, hey, that's cool. And I'm talking about David Harbour, who plays a character named Gaspar, and it's so a very, 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 very small cameo, guys. A really, really, really small cameo, but an effective cameo. And guys, I tell you now. Okay, one of the things I haven't talked to you about for either, guys, and I apologize for this, is one. This movie is rated R. It's rated R for, because it's a very hard R-rated movie because the blood and the gore and just the explosions and all that sort of stuff. But not only that, on IMDb, this movie actually states that the runtime of this movie, and I'm glad that I'm bringing this up because I kind of feel that it's a sort of when you see a movie's runtime, what you don't realize is that runtime, like for example, Endgame is actually a 3-hour movie, but it's actually not a 3-hour movie because you've got literally, I think it was 14 minutes, probably more, worth of end credits. And then Endgame, as you know, doesn't have an end credit scene. This doesn't have an end credit scene either, guys, but the actual runtime of this movie, according to IMDb, was 157. So not 100. 1 hour and 57 minutes, but it isn't actually that long, guys. It's only 1 hour and 43 minutes. And as soon as you see him, this is no spoiler, come out of the water, and the little boy Ovi, I think that's his name, comes out of the water and looks to the side. That's it. When the sequence when the sequence ends that, and then it comes up with some like a cloud effect kind of thing, that's the end of the movie. So that technically the movie only goes for 1 hour and 43 minutes. But I kid you not, guys, if you have Netflix, okay, if you have Netflix, I promise you that you are going to be so satisfied with this movie. I honestly, I'm going to be genuinely shocked if you are not totally and unbelievably, brilliantly surprised with this movie. Like, really satisfied with this movie. I'm not going to drop any names right now, but I'm just going to say I just recently heard another person who I admire. I just really value his points on movies and movie reviews and stuff like that. And he said really, really good things, but he said definitely watch it. But he said some seriously negative things about this movie, and you're not going to hear that from me at all, guys. I 100,000%, I really encourage you, truly, wholeheartedly, to check out Extraction. Seriously. I'm so impressed with this movie, guys, that, yeah, for those of you who've been following me for any period of time, you haven't said, wait, is he going to say it? I didn't forget. For those of you who've been following me for any period of time, Extraction, in my personal opinion, definitely, because I'm actually going to go and watch it again today. I'm literally going to watch it again. It has the core element, in my personal opinion, that Hollywood film of any description has in its core DNA. And yes, I would definitely watch this movie in cinema. Not that it's ever going to be released in cinema, but I would personally watch it in cinema. It has, for those of you who've been following me for any period of time, say it with me in 3, 2, 1, rewatchability, guys. This movie has rewatchability in absolute spades. Absolutely. Oh my gosh. Because of the fact of the character chemistry and the editing and just the explosions and the extremities that this movie goes through, it is brilliant. I was so thoroughly 100%. As I said, guys, I'm literally going to go today and rewatch this movie. I'm going to do it because I was so impressed. This movie knocked it out of the park for me in every sense of the word. It really did. So for those of you also who have been following me for any period of time, you guys know what time it is. It is trivia time. And there's like 4 or 5 pieces of trivia to this entire movie, because that's all there is. Because I love giving you guys trivia, because you guys know that trivia for me is like icing on a cake. And who doesn't love cake? I love cake. Yum. So it's trivia time. Arnold Schwarzenegger and Bruce Willis were attached as leads to this project at one point, and in my personal opinion, guys, I'm so glad that it went to Chris Hemsworth, because he was amazing. Next piece of trivia is, guys, the movie was shot in the city in India, Ahmedabad, and the public went berserk to see Chris Hemsworth. Many fans stayed at the set for as long as 15 hours to get a glimpse of him. Man, now that is star power. But hey, it's Chris Hemsworth, it's Thor, it's the God of Thunder. You know how it is. Guys, next piece of trivia is director Sam Hargrave's directorial debut, like I said earlier, guys, because I'm so ridiculously impressed with his efforts in this. This is just brilliant. I can't wait to see what he has next, seriously, and I hope that they do kind of a spin-off to this and make it as extreme as this one, because it was brilliant. Next, guys, and final piece of trivia, and I will leave you with this one, is Pankaj Tripathi replaced Manoj Pai, and I highly apologize to the depth of my being if I just butchered those 2 names. Sorry, but that's how I read it. So I'm sorry. But yeah, that's all the trivia I have for you today. What did you guys think? Seriously, I'm sure if you've got Netflix, I'm sure you've seen this movie Extraction. Leave your comments in the comment section below and tell me, what did you think of Extraction? Did you love it as much as I did? What did you think was alright? Let me know in the comment section below. I'd love to hear back from you guys. You guys are amazing. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up on this movie review if you like it. thumbs down if you don't. It's all good. It's all good, guys. I appreciate your time. I really appreciate you being here. You guys are amazing. I really do. Until my next review, guys, don't forget, guys, who's bringing this movie review to you. And if you haven't, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and click that bell for notifications. I appreciate that. Thank you so much, guys, for being here. This is Superman Steve bringing you the movie review for Extraction on Netflix. This is Superman Steve, guys, flying out.